before you park your car under that tree, you just look up and you see whether is there any obvious defect. And of course, during rain, please do not park your car under that tree.
最近的吉隆坡天气呢，就像是女人的心情一样，阴晴不定啊。以前下雨呢，我们还担心闪电水灾，现在要多担心一件事，随时随地有树倒下来啊！不只造成财务上的损失，也造成人命的伤亡。那到底城市的发展规划和环保是不是不能做得两全其美呢？到底最近发生这么多的意外，是人为造成的呢，还是天气恶劣导致的呢？我是回答不了这些问题啦，我们去找树艺专家来回答好不好？走，我们去找Puteri。
As an arborist, we taught how to interpret the body language of a tree. So if we suspected there's an internal decay, will be a needle, a very small needle will be poked into this tree. Okay, so that you can see the reading directly at the screen. So if the wood is solid, you will have a very nice graph like that. But if there's a decay, the graph will be like ting, like sudah mati like that. Yeah. Usually for one tree, about this size, we will do 8 insertion, north, south, east, west, northeast, and whatnot. Okay, so we always have this, so we know that because we will do a thorough report. So we will have this drawing nicely, which part is north, northwest. So we know where the decay is located. We suspect a decay here. We can see there's a cavity here. There's a decay here. So we want to know how severe the decay is. Whether has the tree closed nicely or it's actually closed on the outside, but inside it's hollow. That's why we choose this part here. Okay, we go insertion at 0 degree. We do the insertion at 0 degree plus minus. Okay. Okay, you can see the graph going down. This shows that there's a decay inside there. Okay, a decay means there's not a solid wood anymore. From 16 centimeter to 22 centimeter, there's a decay in there. So that's the advanced assessment. It's an expensive exercise because it's expensive tools. The tools are from Germany, and I got it rosak one time, and it cost me about 9,000. The whole to fix it. If you can see, this is a defect, but. And then it doesn't mean that, oh, this tree got defect, quickly remove them. Cannot. That is totally not the practice. Okay, so what we do is, once we see, oh, there's a decay here, so we see what's the response towards the decay. So this is a good response. The tree actually give a good response. What they did is they try to close the wound, to cover up. This is what we call like donut. Like donut. In arboriculture terms, it's the wood roll. Wood roll, WWW. So it nicely cover the whole thing. Once you cederakan the pokok, or once the pokok have decay, we as human, we cannot do anything to the tree. So what happened is, we will write a mitigation option to the tree owner. So if the tree is very heavy, very dense, so we will ask the tree owner to reduce the weight of the tree so that dekat atas tu a little bit light. So there's no much pressure on this area. we cannot like, okay, potong. No. There's always a mitigation.
Yeah.
It cannot be like that. If that's the case, we don't have any trees anymore in Kuala Lumpur or in fact in Malaysia. This is ficus tree. So what is special about this tree is the characteristic of it. They have lots and lots of air roots. This is all air roots. Once these air roots touches the ground, it will immediately become big. See, like this one, like these 4 pillars here.
Yeah.
They are actually a small one like this. But once they got to the ground, boom, it become a new roots for this tree. This is how they survive. That's why if you see this tree, there's a lot in Cambodia. The one like Lara Croft, the Angelina Jolie berlakon tu.
Yeah.
This is what happened. Yes, thousands of years. The air roots helps to hold the tree. It's always the roots. You imagine like if you don't give space for the tree to grow, of course lah the tree topple kan. Yeah.
Haven't like officially introduced you to my audience. This is Puteri, so she's an arborist, but I know a lot of people, especially Chinese, they might not know what is arborist. So what does an arborist do usually?
Okay, so I know not many people know about arborists, and sometimes they can't even pronounce arborist. Yes, arborist is they specialize in tree work. They specialize in the care for tree maintenance and also about the tree itself. So, but that's arborist. Whoever that looks after a tree is called an arborist. Arborist is from a Latin word, means people who are expert about trees. They have proven level of knowledge in the art and science of tree care through experience and as well as passing a comprehensive examination developed by the International Society of Arboriculture. They can be a forestry, landscape architect, or agriculturist. These people with a degree or diploma in this kind of background, they can sit for the exam, which all the papers and textbooks come from the International Society of Arboriculture in Atlanta. So once we pass the exam, we then have this international license, and we are called the certified arborist.
How many are there in Malaysia, the certified arborist?
About 150.
150?
Only. I have to
say a lot. No.
Yeah, because we have thousands and hundreds and thousands of trees in the whole of Malaysia. 150 arborists, certified arborists is not sufficient. Yeah, because just to share with you, there's about 600 certified arborists in Singapore.
Oh my God.
So you know
that's
how.
Definitely not enough.
Yes.
So tree doctor not only like inspect the patient when they are ill, you like preventing they get ill.
Exactly. That is the most crucial thing that people need to understand. Usually we are called when the tree is already sick, when the tree is already dying, or fallen. Yeah. Hopefully in the near future, we will be able to be there since early stage of the tree, so that we know how's the progress. Not only call us during when we have problem.
Yeah, but like for normal practice, or as far as I know, like a developed country, or they have very good maintenance on these trees and cities, they might include all these arborists during their like planning on construction or planning for the city's development.
Okay.
Does this actually happen in Malaysia?
Not really. Sad to say, not really. That's the real fact lah. So the arborist does not involve in the early stage of the urban planning. When we say about the tree per se, the tree itself, not about the design, not about the landscape, no. It's the tree itself. You should call the someone that is expert on the tree. So for example, what I'm saying is that for urban planning, so you have to call this arborist to be involved in the early stage, so that these people, these certified arborists, they can advise you on which tree to preserve, Because when you want to do a new development, it's always the cita-cita of the developer to keep this tree, but you don't know.
Developer ma.
Yeah, but you don't know how to make sure that this tree is safe after the construction period. You see, so when you call in the arborist will advise you, okay, whether this tree fit to be transplanted or not, fit to be retained at site or not. Not every tree you can save. So we call them to do the inspection, to make the selection for you, to give the suggestion for the client. Okay, that's the first part. The second part is when the construction is going on, you have to give 120% focus to that tree, because you do not want, when the development is complete, the tree become hazardous. The tree become a liability instead of an asset to your property. Because what happened during the construction, if you don't have this tree fencing in the tree protection zone, the machinery will easily damage the roots area, will definitely rosakkan the batang pokok and things like that. So we do not want that. We want to control this thing from happening. So that's where we need people like the arborists to look after these trees.
From the very beginning, that the planning of the development until end of the construction, and then few years after the construction.
Yes.
Because like KL city area, we know we are quite dense development happens this recently, but it's for our own road, like the infrastructure is getting better. MRT, LRT semua tu banyak. It's actually good for citizens.
Yep.
But the thing is like, when bad things happen, the tree fallen. So everyone is like blaming, hey, why nobody take care of this? Hey, it's actually a human negligence, or it's actually the bad weather caused all this. But I think it's actually the mix.
It always the combination of these two factors. One is the bad weather condition, and the other one is various human factors. It's not about, when you're talking about tree falling and cause fatality, it's not about the tree, only the tree itself, no. It's always about the surrounding, what happened to the trees.
You see, the spaces is really not enough for these trees to grow, you see. So the roots is coming up from the cement.
Okay, so when you're talking about numbers of certified arborists, it's hard to say. If we have hundreds of arborists, but we don't really use them, also no use. Okay, because tak ada kerja pun. You know, these municipalities, these majlis, they have their own arborists. You know, like the one in, of course, Kuala Lumpur, they have JB, Penang, and even Putrajaya. They have arborists. They have internal arborists, means certified arborists, I mean, okay. And they are already in the landscape department itself.
So one of them take care of the whole area, is it? Kind of like that?
Tak boleh lah macam tu. Kan. There's too many trees for them to pening, tak boleh tidur dia nanti. But I do feel that these certified arborists in this department are underutilized.
Okay.
Underutilized. So sometimes I do hear that they are put into different department instead of the tree management. They should be, how to say, give more power, more responsibility, and involve them in the tree management program, that whatever the municipals they are lah kan. They need to be in that group, so they can contribute to the management plan, because they have the knowledge, they have the information and experience to give some input. You should put the right people, not only the right tree at the right place, right people,
the right position.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter. You ada 100 pun, if you have 1,000 in Malaysia pun, but if no one want to recognize this profession and do not want to involve us in the urban development punya program, tak ada use kan. We are not the God who knows that, oh, pokok ni jatuh, pokok ni akan tumbang. No, we don't know. We have very limited information, and we don't know what's going to happen. But our knowledge teach us how to read the body language of the tree. The tree give us some information, what we call as body language. We read the body language so that we understand what is the tree telling us.
Like how you demo just now.
Yes. They will show if all of a sudden a beautiful tree turns yellow. oh, you know already, oh, tak cukup baja, oh, something wrong with the root, or something. If you see a dieback means you can see all the twigs and branches started to tak ada daun, only tinggal batang like that. Oh, you immediately know that, oh, there's something wrong with the akar lah. With the root, we need to see what's going on. We as the consultant, we give mitigation recommendation, and it's the responsibility of the tree owner to take the action. If kita tulis panjang 15 muka surat pun, if you don't take action pun, no use juga. Lepas tu bila pokok jatuh, abang start buat kerja.
Kan?
Again, to have this tree flourish, kan, in our urban area, we have to tanam a mixed species. We cannot have like monoculture. The whole thing the same pokok cannot, because this tree is prone to pests. So for example, if you tanam pokok A and there's one pest datang, all the same species of the pokok A mati together. So that's why you have to have a mix of these species, so that if one tree kena attack, the next tree is not the same species, it will not get attacked by this species. So taklah semua pokok mati all of the sudden like that.
Just now you mentioned about Singapore. Any other countries that we can like learn from?
Yes,
for example?
yes. Because for your information, arboriculture industry is fairly new in Malaysia. We are about like a baby, like a 14 years old. I say a baby because in the USA, they are celebrating their 100 years of arboriculture next year. Can you imagine? Wow. I'm sorry, this year, 2024, this is the 100 years. Can you imagine how baby we are? We are only like 14 years old. UK also have very strong arboriculture industry in their country. Hong Kong, yes, Hong Kong is very strong with arboriculture. And of course, Singapore, our neighboring country.
Citizen like us, what we can do to like make our city looks better, but at the same time, we care about the city as well.
Okay, good question. The most easiest thing for the citizens to do, for all of you to do, is not to vandalize the tree. Intentionally or unintentionally, please do not vandalize the tree. Aduh, as a citizen, you do not do any burning dekat pangkal pokok. That's what people love to do. I don't know why, but you swipe all the leaves, you put at the base of the tree trunk, and you start bakar. Aduh, that's a big no-no. You don't do that, because when you bakar the pangkal pokok, everything is disturbed already, and then all of the sudden, 3-5 years down the road, the tree collapse, and you say, oh,
itu tak kerja lah.
Orang tak kerja, orang tak tengok pokok, but you don't remember that you burn it, because there are people that just hate the tree. They cannot tolerate the tree because of the leaves.
Maybe of the leaves and maybe of the birds.
Yeah,
the birds, you know, like
the birds poo.
They like creeping very noisy,
Yep.
and then they just cut off the tree.
Yeah.
I cannot understand this also.
I don't think we should do that. It's a no-no. Look after the tree. You need the tree. The tree provides you shade. The tree provides you oxygen. Okay, and it give and when you sit under the tree, you become more relaxed. Yeah, it's cozy and relaxed. So it's a simple thing.
I will ask for all the people who are very curious and maybe they are worrying also. Shall we park our car under the trees?
After what happened recently, the citizens of Malaysia, in fact, they will be more conscious where they want to park their car. So the little tips that I want to give to you is that before you park your car under that tree, you just look up and you see whether is there any obvious defect or any dead branches at the tree. If you can really see it, it's so obvious, please do not park your car under that tree. And of course, during rains.
We try our best to keep the greens and also do the best for our safety as well.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Puteri. Thank you
for your
time.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that. I hope. See, this is what we have when we have trees. We have a beautiful biodiversity. We have animals. We have butterflies, dragonflies. This is what we want. Exactly.